So this is the first part of Lab 14, pulsing glow. A pulsing glow. We've got our 6-volt power supply, a 100 microfarad capacitor, a 33 kilo ohm resistor, and those other 3 resistors are 1 kilo ohm resistors. We've got our 2N6027 programmable unijunction transistor, a red LED, and yes, that is all. So, what's going to happen here? We're going to use the principle of the flashing we got in Lab 11 to acquire a more gentle pulse for something maybe more useful. So, what happens here is our positive goes into our anode and gate. We've got more resistance at the anode than the gate, much more. We also have a 1 kilo ohm attached to the 33K and the gate and the anode. It is also attached to a capacitor. It uses the same principle to empty out empties out the capacitor, to empty out, to push through the anode, to push through the gate, and then it illuminates the LED and the cycle goes over again. However, we have a higher resistance capacitor last time. This is 100 microfarads last time, and much different resistances. So this is more fine-tuned and a bit more gentle. So let's see. Just plug this in. As you can see, the pulse is gentler. It's not nearly as harsh. So we'll expand on this in the second part of the lab. See you then. So as you can see here, I removed the LED and it's connecting to the ground. I left that wire in just because I felt like it. What I did do is I was having trouble putting stuff over there, so I passed stuff all the way down over here. We've got a 220 microfarad capacitor added at the cathode, and also at the cathode we have added a 330 ohm resistor and this is just to even it out a bit. We've also upgraded our voltage to 9 volts because there's so much resistance now that we would get a dim light if we didn't. Hence the next resistor going to the LED. The capacitor also drains to the LED, so we're going to use the same principle twice in a row to try to get a much smoother effect. And we'll see if it works. Plugging it in now. My red one I'm sorry, I plugged the wrong one in. Fortunately, didn't have the reverse, so that could have been not good for the circuit. Excuse me for a moment. Just get this in. Okay, so as you can see, it's got a big cool down. It's a very nice effect. Much different. We use the principle twice with a very even flashing LED. The pulse takes much longer to get out. And the pulse takes longer to get out now. So there's still a pulse going in, but the pulse, once again, it has to go through another capacitor for it to drain and empty again. So it takes even longer, and so we split a pulse into multiple pulses, kind of. It's just things are moving at exactly the right speed for it to start doing this. Normally, it could just pulse randomly. It could make a heartbeat kind of thing if it wasn't quite exactly on. But the way it is set up right here is perfect, so that the timing allows it to be perfect, so that it has a dimming effect. So that's all for this lab. I'm not going to put it on a perforated board because I don't want to permanize these projects. And I'll see you guys next time.